Yeah, we back again. I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm out here. All right, so let's get some things squared away. First off, it's Friday, and for those that get paid on Friday, this is the day that most people are happy. Man, I got paid on Friday. Man, I'm finna do some extra stuff. Man, I'm finna go to the mall, go buy me some shoes. Man, I'm about to go get me a steak dinner. You about to do all this stuff with this money. But then comes the bills. Man, I gotta sit here and pay these bills. That's when it's the problem. You know, a lot of people sit here, we talk the talk and try to walk the walk. That's the difference. You're trying to walk the walk. When it comes down to it, man, what you like it it don't understand. Like I make all this money, but by Monday it's all gone. See, a lot of times we don't have savings. We don't delegate money to be put to the side. Shout out to everybody coming through. It's one of them lives. I'm just gonna go straight through it. I'm just gonna say shout out to everybody. That's pulling up. Uh, Young, Tamika, Alonzo, y'all the first three in here. But simple and plain, when it comes down to it, a lot of times we don't learn properly how to get money. That's why we always need money. We need money to, and you hear this quite often that, you know, money is the root of all evil. No, it's what you do with the money that makes the money the root of all evil. So many people tend to try to do certain things, and Yvette going on, and you will literally put yourself in a bind because you don't know how to make money, you don't know how to save money, you don't know how to make things for situations for your benefit to be good, you know. And the thing is, when it get down into the bones and everything, your parents don't even know nothing about money. You know, I tell this story quite often because it's just proving a point. So my grandmother went to the hospital when I was in high school. I seen her pay bills before. I'm older, somewhat in this generation of computer technology and stuff. I remember AOL and stuff. So basically, I had ended up taking my laptop because the first computer I got was a laptop. Then I converted to a desktop. I'm talking about the laptop was small. What was it like? 128 gigabytes. I don't know. It was like mega, whatever. It was slow. For all those that know that sound, y'all from that age. So basically, end up paying the bills online. My grandma came home, and she was kind of salty. I went in a person grabbed a credit card, but she was amazed that I knew how to pay bills, and she never really taught me. I mean, guilty by association. You look at the stuff that everybody's doing, you tend to follow the herd sometimes. So I knew how she would look at the bills. I knew what the amount was. I knew the account number. Set up a profile with all her information on there, and I just go through, pay the bills like that. That was the thing. Like, it wasn't something that I was taught to a degree. Queen was going on, but mainly because I sit here and watched her do it. But she never really said, "Well, this is how you pay bills. This is how you like." I'm literally doing this with my kids. Like, this is how you pay bills. It's like I talked to Alonzo the other day. I was telling him how I have my kids doing my paperwork for my job. You know, I have to turn in paperwork for my job every day, but I let it pile up Monday through Thursday, and I make my kids do it two days a piece, and I do the other paperwork. Then I just turn it in. Um, and the crazy part, getting down to the money situation, because I'm a start up a challenge right here too as well. And the challenge is mainly gonna be structured on with a lot of us getting ourselves in order, getting things, to the point where we wanna, in life, and just listen to this guy going crazy outside the store. But yeah, getting the things what we want in life, we gotta learn how to start saving. Like, and challenges are the best. People like competition, and I still haven't forgot about we here for the grind. Here for the grind challenge. Hey, got to get back out there and work because man, this weekend I ate so much just passed from that wrestling and and drinking beer. Man, I don't even drink beer no more because it gives you that pot belly. So the thing of it is, I gotta work out. I gotta get this stuff off, man. I gotta get this weight. I probably gained like 25 pounds just by this weekend alone. So basically, like I'm saying, is you gotta start on the challenge, and the challenge is for you to learn your craft, learn how to deal with money, learn how to have money. Then ultimately, money won't be an issue with you when it comes down to it. If you're in the business of learning how to get money, you know, it won't be a problem. A lot of us, we sit here, we go off all the information our parents gave us. I mean, let's face it, most of our parents, they dealt from what their parents had. It's almost to a point of having outdated software and trying to deal with a computer, let's say a phone nowadays, and it's the updates are not there, so it runs slow. The process, takes longer than most. That's what a lot of people are doing right now with their finance. You know, we're working from the old paper and pencil part of math problems when you have a scientific calculator, type of mindset nowadays that can help. That's why the younger generation are winning over the older generation due to the fact that they're coming in with this technology and they're implementing it into the finance, implementing into everything that they need to do far as, life. Hold on, let me grab my food real quick. I mean on mute because I know they're playing music in here. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm getting me a breakfast burrito this morning. So basically, when it comes down to it, we have situations, man. Literally, a lot of the youth, they're learning this stuff on the fly. You got guys, Dave Ramsey. This guy been a millionaire what 3 times? I think he got broke, got money again, got broke, got money again. Each time he perfected his craft, he learned something that can keep him relevant and in the game. Now, personally, from my opinion, Dave has a lot of good things that he gives to people, but most of the stuff he talks about is trash. Like you're giving bad, like honestly, shout out to Lash's Journey. Lash's Journey in her channel. If you go watch Lash's Journey, I believe she's gonna be coming on in a few minutes or so. Lash's walk, and she does her walks every morning. She's actually straight raw vegan. I don't think she even eats stuff that she actually cooks for the most part. I think it's more of raw than anything. And the thing about with Lashes, she always watched Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey always would say, "Don't touch your 401k. Don't do this for any means. Don't do this. Don't do that." But she actually went into her 401k and bought her first property, and now she has a slew of rental properties, dealing with her family and a couple with her and her husband. Shout out to her. Actually taking herself, doing the research, and figuring it out over the norm. The norm is don't touch your 401k. Don't touch none of this stuff for your retirement because you lose. You're going to get that money back into your retirement plus a house. I mean, just off the rip, houses sometimes get what a 25 to 30% gain over the course of you owning that home, depending on, how long you own a home. I mean, I done seen houses double in price because of the area got gentrified. Hell, the house we got, um, what is it? It's gained about 60,000 since we bought it. 60, no, 70,000. It's gained about 70,000 since we bought it in equity. You know, and more people start moving into the area, the more they start doing things. And I was joking when I told my wife when we first moved over there that they put a sidewalk over there in our area. And I was like, as long as I stayed over here years ago, they never had a sidewalk in that area. And my friend stayed round the corner from there. You know, his dad ended up passing, so they got end up getting rid of the house. His Of course, my friend wanted to keep the house, but his mom deemed that, hey, I got other houses. Let's get rid of your pop's house, give you a little money, and go on. He liked that house because that's the house he grew up in. You know, it got more of a sentimental value towards the house than the actual worth of the house. So with knowing and getting the knowledge, it helps you build money, deal with financial things better. I mean, having an understanding. Like this morning, just bought me a breakfast burrito. Breakfast burrito with my tip. I think I did like a 250 because it was like seven and some change. So I did like a $2, 250 some cent tip, and it came up to like 10 and change. So I'm doing a 10 and change just for a burrito in the morning. Just for a burrito. Every morning, just 5 days. That's automatically $50. Then let's go forth getting something to drink throughout the day. I go to any corner store or gas station. I go two waters, two Gatorades, something. Waters now, liter water. I can get I think two of those for four. 2 liter, 1 liter. I can get two 1 liters for four. I can get Gatorades probably two for four. So I'm already at $8. Bag of chips, they about 250 now. So bag of chips, that's at 10.50. Get a candy bar. Candy bar is up to almost $2 now. So that's 12. Like you see where I'm going with this. Let's get another candy bar, another bag of chips, two of everything. So I'm almost at 15. 15 right there. That's just for that moment. And that might last me throughout the day. And then my breakfast, sandwich, I'm already at almost 28, $30. Almost at 28, $30 just for only the drinks, the burrito, like, and that's daily. 25, 20, let's say $30 a day times five, 5 days. That's what, about 150 already? 150 already out the gate just for the week. Why not go ahead and take, that money, go to a convenience store, go to a grocery store, buy a case of water. I can get a case of water at Walmart for $5. So now I'm buying 24 waters. I think Walmart has a special where you pay $5.30 and get a 40 pack. So cutting off my water for the week, that's $4 a day come off that one case of water right there. Gatorade, I think they come what is it, 8 to a pack or something like that, at 8 for 10 or something like that. So that's $15 for a set of Gatorade for the week up until Thursday. And then far as the food, I can make it myself at home. All the ingredients to make my burritos probably less than $15. I just got my meal prep for the whole week and the chips included. I get a family size for about $8 or something like that. I got my whole meal for the week for $50 where I can meal prep for that. $50 for the whole week, and I keep 100 in my pocket. That's how you save money. We'll sit here, make this go viral. Ron's flat. What's going on? That's how we save money. Sitting up here buying the stuff every day, it's costly. I got a case of water in my truck now. I work, it's hot outside, I work in the heat. All I gotta do is either buy ice or get it from home, you know, freeze my ice, freeze bottles of water so I can put them in my cooler. Once the ice water melts down and it's in cold water, it'll get everything else in the cooler cold. Or take my ice out the ice maker, put it in the freezer, get it extra cold. There you go, saving money that way. See, we got to find little ways to save money, and that's the challenge I want to bring to everybody: saving money and doing it the proper way, learning things. A lot of times we not learning stuff, so that's why we failing out. Far as with our kids, we're not teaching them this stuff because they're not ready, right? I told you, I paid the bills, for my grandmother when she was in the hospital. She didn't teach me that stuff. I learned it on my own. How many people are taking advantage of stuff that they got going on? How many people are learning things? And hold on, right quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, call. But how many people are actually learning things that's going to help them later on in life? How many people are taking learning the things that they learn and give it to the kids? You know, a lot of times we lose out on stuff like that because I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat. I don't know if my mic cut out good. If you can hear me, okay. I see it's moving. So, but basically, like I said, taking that little money every day, putting it to the side, giving the kids some knowledge because when it boils down to it, like who's actually teaching our kids but us? Like what's the old saying? The children are the future, and we have to literally figure out some things with them, right? We got to show them how to live when we're not here. And to the point that I'm saying is, a lot of us we don't know, so we need to find out for ourselves first of all, and then we need to turn around and do it for our kids. We need to show our kids how to, you know, cut the grass. We need to show our kids how to cook. You know, the craziest thing when I hear some people that say they can't cook, I understand it's a difference from can't cook, don't want to cook, or cook with minimum skills. And that's the thing with most people. They can cook, but just minimum skills. Like, you know, you can cook a hot dog, you boil some water, um, scramble up some eggs, but you can't make a whole meal like that. A whole meal to the degree. That's where it comes about. A lot of people, kind of falter on that. But other than that, they good on pretty much everything else. It's just that when it comes to that meal, man, it's kind of rough out there. The song say hard out here for a pimp. But with us needing money, we gotta work on some things that can help us and make us straight. And the thing about that is learning the do's and don'ts, getting stuff situated to the point where we have an upper leg, and that's teaching our kids. Teaching our kids the basics, teaching our kids the fundamentals on how to live. A lot of times, how many parents are out here bringing awareness like this to our kids? Like I said, when a child's a child, you're gonna keep that child in that place. But when are you gonna actually take a point to where you say that this is no longer my child, and they're not this little bitty kid? They've grown up into an adult, or they have to start, growing up a little faster than they want to. Because back in the day, most of the kids grew up faster. You know, for instance, my brother was 12 years old, taking care of me and my other brothers. He was only 12 himself. That was always the case for, you know, the older kids to take responsibility for the younger kids, and that was always a big thing in which, we kind of lose out in this day and age. you know. All right, Lonzo. I'll be checking and watching out for that because, you know, I do a lot of different videos talking about money, talking about buying houses, even to the point of buying a house. Like literally wanting to buy a house. If you think all you gotta pay is the closing costs and the down payment, you're wrong. You have so many other things you gotta pay besides that. You know, inspectors. You know, a lot of people you gotta have um that due diligence. You know, and you worrying about, man, you could take the money out for the down payment for the but you gotta have the due diligence. Some mostly it's $1,000. Some you could put it to 500. Some you could put it to $1. Some, mm, to a point. It depends on how they do the contract. If you're really interested in the house, but when it comes down to it, and shout out to Breeze. What the real talk is, a lot of us are not ready because our parents wasn't ready. We don't know how to do things because we're not out here learning or looking for the information. I just seen some the other day was talking about opening up a store, and I was talking to this lady, and she's older, and she says she has a mentor, she has a coach, and all this stuff, and to start her a Amazon store. And I told her, I said, you don't really need a coach. Like you can do this literally on your own. They have so many videos. There are so many videos to teach people how to do so much. Prime example with Alonzo. A lot of the stuff that I want to learn how to do with far as my life insurance, I just go and watch Alonzo's video, give him a call, and we can set some things up. And that's the thing. Like even when I came to him with the life insurance, I already did the work. I already knew about most of these life insurance policies. So my thing is, like, I just need a little more information to be cut and dry. I researched some stuff that I want to do, and I thought, okay, well, this would be a better option to do this than to do that. Let's go along with this option because it gives more towards the future than the right now. And that's always the key, doing your research, knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're talking about. You're not going to always be 100% right on everything. But the point of it is, you should strive to be at least 80%. No one's going to be 100%, but at least strive to be 80 or 90%. That's the thing. You know, getting the knowledge is easy for those who are looking and seeking for it. Google has never been around always. You have older people had to fight, fuss, figure things out. Now that they're mastering computers and learning how to do computer, life is easy for them. They laugh at us young people who always say they don't have no money, they can't do nothing with their life. I've seen older people sit up here and learn. Like just the other day, I got to share her video. It was on Instagram. This lady I follow on YouTube. She always talking about empowering and business and getting yourself together. She ended up having a business course, and she showed people how to start a quilt. They said that the quilt industry is a $92 million industry, is going to soar within the next couple of years because everybody like those throw blankets. I have them in my house. Everybody tends to like those throw blankets and stuff because they neat, cool, and just having a quilt in general with your family name on it, a couple of sayings on there. You know, you can have a quilt, and this is an idea somebody can take too. A quilt with movie titles or movie sayings in there. You can have a movie night and guess that movie, this and that, and it's a good conversation piece to talk about. Back in the day, they used to have um, coffee table books for people to come over and read. Now they're gonna have it to the point where people are doing stuff like that. Just actually coming in and going from there. And a lot of times like I said, we just don't know because we're not teaching. Like one of my friends, he started his daughter a online clothing store. So every time she hear that ding, she be like, "Money, daddy," and she's only 8. My 12-year-old boys was like, man, why we ain't got no clothing store online? I said, are you interested in one? They was like, yeah. I said, are you gonna do what she do? It's like, what she do? I said, she sat down, talked with her dad, learned the process on this business. She liked clothes. She sit here and try to learn books. 8-year-old trying to do accounting work. So she's invested into it. I said, how y'all investing into it? One of my sons, he's into Roblox and stuff. He plays real good. I'm gonna buy him a gaming computer. I said, you need to be gaming online and doing this online. You're doing it for fun. Why not make money with it? Wallow basically from $1 million worth of game. He told all the kids in the school one time, he's like, yeah, all y'all got Facebook, all y'all got Instagram, all y'all got Twitter. Everybody raised their hand. He's like, how many of y'all getting paid off of it? I think it was like only 3 or 4 people raised their hand. He say, see, y'all up here giving money away for free. Y'all could be getting paid on these social media sites doing stuff like YouTube. You know, once you get monetized and things of that nature, your YouTube channel can grow. Like the sub count, you know, if you have a viral video, your sub count don't matter. Trust me. Once you have viral videos, your sub count does not matter. I believe it was back in I don't forget the years. Like I know it was before 2020. I say 2018. The guy drove through the drive-through, and it was like the headless Carson. It went viral. The guy ended up taking a seat cover, putting it over the seat, took a box and shaped it to the side, the frame of the seat, took the headrest off, put his head in the headrest, and pulled the car up to where he can see where he's going. He had like a mesh seat cover that he can see through, and drove up. And they looked, nobody's in the car. He's like, uh, I don't know, I forgot how he paid, but anyway, as soon as he pulled up, everybody was going crazy. And the more people shared that, like the dude went viral off that video in like 2 days. In 2 days, he had over 1 million views on that video. Then people were sharing the video, which made it grow even more to the point where he had another viral video doing something else. YouTube called him and cut him a check. He talked about the story. I was looking at the video. He's like, man, YouTube hit him up personally and asked him, what is his intent with his channel? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna make more videos? The dude was an engineer, and basically, he just thinking of different little crazy stuff to do. But I mean, the thing of it was, like, it was a hit. Guy made money off of. Never really had that many subs. Like, guy didn't hardly have no subs. Overnight sensation. And that's the thing. Making money off of these social media sites. A lot of people say they need money. You're giving money away for free. A lot of the products. Um, with me, I'm gonna start looking at all these affiliate links. I buy all these products, mainly the headsets and stuff like that. I need to be getting paid off this stuff. You know, um, all the different little products I have, the microphones and stuff like that I have that I don't really use at home. But I could be getting affiliate links and getting paid off of those. You know, a lot of times we have different little stuff. Far as at the house, we don't use no more. Sell that stuff. You can check it out, make sure if it's worth something. My son has a whole bunch of Pokemon cards. I started collecting Pokemon cards with him. My wife was like, "Oh man, you too grown to be collecting Pokemon cards, whatever. You need to stop that." The main reason why I started collecting Pokemon cards with my son, I sit up there seeing this one Pokemon card, what's it called? Charizard. And this was the regular one, not the Japanese one, because they have Japanese versions too. But the regular Charizard card back in '94 sold for $100,000. I was like, for one card. He's like, yep. He showed me this channel where this guy makes so much money on the view count of Pokemon. And see, this is the biggest thing that I know about when I used to do marketing, appeal to the kids. Adults will spend money, but adults will spend money faster depending on their situation for their kids. Why do you think Disney is always packed? Why do you think Marvel movies are already packed? Marvel movies bring out the big kid in most adults, but then also brings the kids out, which makes them get more money, you know. And that be the biggest thing with a lot of people finding that niche and exploiting it to, make the money that you want. And that's where a lot of people falling short at right now because they literally don't know what they want to do. They literally don't have, any little situation where they can make money. I mean, it's easy. Like if I need money right now, I go on my toolbox. All these tools I got, I can sell these tools, make some money. Um, I can go easiest way. A lot of times people look at this storage wars they have on AME or whatever channel on cable. They used to have back in the day storage wars, flipping units, all them different types. You can literally buy a unit for $200 and they'll random have a couple of shoes and stuff you can probably sell for about $50 if they look good, or $100, or even pawn them and get a little small change. But then you have the tools you can sell. You have a bed you can sell, TV, all this stuff. To a degree, most people who've been in the business for a minute, they know how to deal with those different, storage companies. My cousin used to do that. My cousin would take about five $5,000 and go buy, I would say 20 units, like 20 units. Yeah, one unit he buy $75. It was crazy. My brother ended up going to a storage unit with him, and it was a storage auction. He ended up buying what was it? He bought a unit for $50. It had two dish boxes for people that know how to move furniture. Dish boxes are the tall boxes that and they're crush proof that you can put dishes in. So one box had dishes, one box had clothes, and it was two like a love seat and a sofa. But it was dusty. It looked like it been in storage for a minute. The only thing that they left was those two things because they probably couldn't get them or something crazy like that or just didn't want it. Soon as they auctioned, they started off at 100. Nobody wanted for 100. They dropped it down to 50. Then my brother was like, "I buy it for 50." They was like, "Going once, going twice." Nobody wanted to bid with him. Sold to him for $50. Don't you know? He took the sofa, took it outside, dusted it off, took a little small vacuum, vacuumed it off, took a little brush, brushed it down because I forgot it was like a suede material or something. He did all that to that sofa. A lady came by and asked him, did he want to sell the set? She'll buy the set for 150. Bought the set for 150 at the place where he actually bought the stuff from at I think it was like U-Haul. Took it outside, cleaned it up real good, and she was like, "Oh, that's a nice set." He's like, "You selling it? I give you $150 for it." $150 for a love seat and a sofa, like that is dirt cheap, and it looks good. So he made his money already, starting off an extra $100. Then you go into the fact that the dish box had a couple of knives. I'm talking about like warrior knives, like swords and stuff like that. Had a couple of those, some nunchucks, stuff like that, little weapons. Had that stuff in there. Broke down that stuff. I think he sold two sets of those weapons, like the little knife stuff. He sold two of those sets. One, he sold like a couple of them in there for about $80. Another one he sold a set for about 50. Steady going. The dishes. He took the dishes. He sat on the dishes, I think for about 6 weeks or so, but he ended up selling like two different dish sets. Sold them. I forgot the price of them. He told me. But then the clothes. He took the clothes, the stuff that was good. He kept them for himself that he could fit. The stuff he couldn't fit, he tried to sell it, $5 here, dollar here. It's kind of hard to push clothes when stain and stuff like that resell unless somebody just actually need them. And then when he couldn't sell the clothes, guess what he ultimately did? Gave him the Goodwill. Gave him the Goodwill, put him in Goodwill. And see, that was the thing. A lot of times we go at situations like, man, I need money. Like, You have you have money at your disposal at any single time to where if I'm rock bottom, things are not working out. See this cell phone I'm talking on? I can sell my cell phone. My truck I drive every day back and forth to work, I can sell this truck because it's a pickup truck. You make money. 4,500, probably $3,000 real easy. Go find me a little, car for about 1,000, $1,500 if they still out there. Because now that I see these cars are going crazy on the prices, even used cars. But yeah, find me a little smaller car. I be done made like 15 to $2,000 selling this big truck just to get a smaller car, save money on gas, and I still have that money I can put in my pocket. See, that's the thing. Like a lot of people value so many things, but at the same time, you got to understand the things that we value to the degree we can make money off of. I talked about this several times about selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, selling stuff on OfferUp, Macari, Postmate, all these different sites. eBay is still relevant. A lot of people, contrary to their belief, eBay is still relevant on buying and selling things. You know, there's so many new sites that people can go on. They tend to not even look at eBay, but eBay is still relevant. Then you have the situation to where when it comes down to it, even just service. Um I think I forgot the name of that site where they have it where you can do work. Um I know Upwork has a site to where you can clock in, do part time. My brother was telling me about it. I think it's called Upwork or something. I gotta check it out. I'll pull it up and put it in my community tab. My brother actually works at this place when he used to be in North Carolina. He said he's gonna try to do it down here. But he works he could work at a restaurant for one day as a dishwasher, a cook or something like that. They basically just figure out what his skills, show him how to do things their way, and then go for what you know. You know, different restaurants just need extra hands. So this app literally lets you work one day at this place or 5 days at this place, and then you're done. Like somebody needs some quick money, turn on the app, be specific on what you want to do, go work there for 10 days, make your money. Then that's it. You ain't got to work a full-time job. You ain't got to be committed there every day because a lot of people tend to don't want to work a full-time job. So this is an option that a lot of people can use. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get in touch with him right after this live, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to put it in the community tab so you can see it. But see, that's the thing. A lot of us will sit here and complain and argue and talk about, oh man, this is done, and I don't got no money. Money is endless nowadays. Like back in the day, you had to go to a job, apply to the job. Hopefully, the job will hire you. Then, hopefully, they'll give you a good schedule that you want. Nowadays, you can go to an app, make your schedule, make which job you want. If you have the criteria, and they'll get you in that job available, and you're good. You don't sit it. You can't. You don't have to sit here and be like, man, uh, I, I want this job, but I can't do it because of this. No, the market is endless right now. Even with a car, this pickup truck, I can go haul things for people, on my own without even using the app. I can, set out an advertisement. I pick up washing machines and dryers, deliver $75. I go pick up mattress. I, pick up trash, $150. Clean out somebody's garage, pick up some trash. If you have the trash already staged, packed up and everything, $100. I could charge 125, and they'd be like, well, what if I pack it up? Oh, I charge you 150, but if it's real bad, I'll charge you $200. I have a friend right now, he quit his job being a manager. Guy was a manager, went to school for management, making good money to go pick up trash, which he makes even way more money than he expected doing that. Got a dump truck now, has I think about two dump trucks, if I ain't mistaken. Not the big ones like the trash people use, but he has a dump truck that has a truck bed in the truck in the front, and the back of it is a flatbed with covers on the side that the back end lifts up and dumps out. That type of dump truck. But he literally went from being a manager, wearing a suit every day, to wearing sweatpants and khakis with a reflecting vest, picking up trash. Like, man, this trash stink. Oh, this trash. I'm throwing a mattress. I'm throwing, old dresser, cleaning out. He cleaned out a school one time, cleaned out a couple of buildings that needed to be renovated. So he went there, cleaned that stuff out. And those were big tickets. The one we renovated the building, I think he hit them over the head for about almost $3,000-4,000. Renovating the whole building, pulling all this stuff out, costs money to sit here and demolition stuff. So did that, got good money on that. There's a lot of times we complain about making money and want to make money. The money's right in front of us. I literally had a video I showed back a couple of weeks ago, or well, probably like close to a month. I showed different apps that you can use. It was a short, and I did a video about it. Different apps that you can use. Just Google search apps I can use to make money. Google search apps that I can use with my car. Spark is a Walmart. Me and Jason Reels Network. Y'all go check out his channel. Me and Jason me over there talking about transportation, driving, and everything. He said he used Spark. Spark gives incentives. He said he got an incentive of $100 by using Spark. Spark. I think the first five. If you do the first five deliveries within a week, they give you an incentive. One lady, she did 5 pickups in one day. She got the incentive within that same day. Next day came back, end up getting another incentive for as far as mileage and driven or something like that. Like, they literally want drivers, and they pay well. You got Postmate, you got Uber Eats, you got DoorDash. I hear so many people making 1,500 or more from DoorDash. Like, why people playing? Oh man, them people ain't making no money. They 1,500 a week. Minus your gas, you probably making $1,000. How many people make $1,000 at their job now? We can fake the phone, can talk about, man, I'm getting money, I'm doing this, but how much money are you really getting? How much money are you really making out here? Because at the end of the day, we can see that the writing's on the wall. A lot of times we talking the talk, but we not really walking the walk when it comes to some of this stuff, because a lot of times it shows by the way we move, the way we carry ourselves. It was crazy because I always used to give a lot of money and stuff to a lot of channels, and once they took my cash app, I just like, man, I'm not doing it no more. I'm done with it. And I started looking back on all that money I was donating and stuff. I was like, man, I could have been doing this with that money. I could have been doing that with the money. But the thing of it was, what I was doing was paying for the information. A lot of time I was paying for the information, paying for the knowledge, so it was justified. You know, now that I don't do any more cash apps and then because my cash app is messed up, but at the same time, you know, I still learn the information. I retain it. I give the views. I give the likes. Help the channel out as much as I can by sharing. You know, but like I said, and I'm gonna end with this because it's getting about 8:30 my time. If you need money, it's no excuse. It's literally no excuse if you need money. Everything is right here at your all the resources are right here and available for you. But the point of it is, what are you gonna do to enhance your knowledge about getting your resources and getting them done, getting things done the right way that can benefit you? Finna go do a job, say next week or something. One of my friends he wanted me to give him a hand. Easy job. All I gotta do punch some holes in the ground. We putting up a fence. So I'm just gonna give them a hand with that and get paid. Side jobs. There's a lot of people out here doing work, need help, and you tend to talk with them. Be a helping hand. Help somebody, a friend. Y'all can sit here, talk, socialize, and get paid and make money at the same time. But until next time, you know what I always say: get money. No, I don't say that, but I always say, we here and we gone.